Hello, dear listeners, and welcome to our podcast. My name is Sophia, and we have a very interesting topic for you. We are going to talk about rural life. Life in the countryside is very different from life in the city. It is peaceful, quiet, and close to nature. People live in small villages or farms, and they have a strong connection with the land.
Yes, that's true. Life in rural areas is simple but beautiful. People wake up early in the morning to take care of their animals and farms. The air is fresh and the sky is clear. There are trees, rivers, and open fields everywhere. In the city, there are many cars and tall buildings, but in the countryside, you can see mountains, green hills, and beautiful flowers.
And the best thing is that people in rural areas know each other well. Neighbors are like family. They help each other and share food, tools, and even stories. In cities, people are often busy, and they may not even know who lives next door. But in the countryside, there is a strong sense of community.
That's right. The lifestyle is also different. People in rural areas grow their own food. They have vegetable gardens, fruit trees, and some even keep cows, goats, or chickens. Instead of buying everything from supermarkets, they eat fresh and organic food. This is healthy and also saves money.
Yes, and the way people work is also different. Many people in the countryside are farmers. They plant crops like wheat, rice, and corn. Others take care of animals or make handmade products. Some people also have small shops where they sell fresh milk, cheese, and honey. Life in the countryside is full of hard work, but it is also very rewarding.
And that's not all. Rural life is also about traditions, culture, and a special way of living.
In rural areas, people wake up very early, even before the sun rises. The first thing they do is take care of their animals. Farmers feed the cows, goats, and chickens. They clean the barns and collect fresh milk and eggs. It is a busy morning, but it is also peaceful because everything happens in the fresh air with the sound of birds singing.
After finishing the work with the animals, many people go to their fields. They check their crops and start their farming work. Some people plow the land, others plant seeds, and some water the plants. Farming is not easy. It needs patience and hard work, but it is also very satisfying to see the plants grow.
While the men and women work in the fields, the children go to school. Schools in rural areas are sometimes small, but they are full of life. Teachers know every student, and students grow up together like a big family. After school, children help their parents with simple tasks, like feeding the animals or picking fruits and vegetables.
Lunchtime in rural areas is special. Families eat together, and the food is often made from fresh ingredients from their farms. Homemade bread, fresh milk, vegetables, and simple but delicious meals are common. Many people cook using firewood, which gives the food a natural and smoky taste.
After lunch, people continue their work. Some take a short rest, especially on hot days. In the afternoon, women may do household chores, like washing clothes, preparing food, or making handicrafts. Others take care of the gardens, picking fresh vegetables and herbs for dinner. Life in the countryside follows the rhythm of nature, and people live according to the seasons.
Evenings in rural areas are peaceful, with families gathering together after a long day of work.
Evenings in rural areas are calm and beautiful. After a long day of work, people come home to rest. The sun slowly sets behind the hills, painting the sky with orange and pink colors. It is a perfect time to sit outside, breathe the fresh air, and enjoy the quiet surroundings. Many families drink tea or milk while talking about their day.
Yes, and in rural areas, evenings are also a time for social life. Neighbors often visit each other's homes, bringing fruits, homemade bread, or fresh milk as a small gift. People sit together and talk about farming, the weather, or village news. Sometimes elders tell old stories and children listen with excitement.
Life in the countryside is not only about work. People also celebrate festivals and special occasions together. Weddings, harvest festivals, and religious events bring everyone together. These celebrations are full of music, dancing, and delicious homemade food. It is a time when the whole village feels like one big family.
That's true. People in rural areas also enjoy simple entertainment. Some gather around a fire to sing folk songs, while others play traditional games. Children run around, laughing and playing under the open sky. In some villages, people set up small markets in the evening where they sell fresh fruits, vegetables, and handmade goods.
At night, the countryside is completely different from the city. There are no bright streetlights, only the soft glow of lamps and the moonlight. The sound of crickets and frogs fills the air. People go to bed early because they have to wake up before sunrise. Life moves at a slow and natural pace, far from the noise of busy streets and traffic.
And this connection with nature makes rural life special and peaceful.
Even though rural life is peaceful and beautiful, it also has challenges. One of the biggest difficulties is transportation. In many villages, there are no big roads or buses. People have to walk long distances or use bicycles and motorbikes to reach markets, schools, or hospitals. When it rains a lot, roads become muddy, making travel even harder.
That's true. Another challenge is access to healthcare. In cities, there are many hospitals and doctors, but in rural areas, there are only small clinics. If someone gets seriously sick, they may have to travel to a bigger town for treatment. This can be difficult, especially in emergencies. Some villages also don't have enough medicine or experienced doctors.
Education is also a challenge in some rural areas. While many villages have schools, they may not have enough teachers or good facilities. Some students have to walk very far to attend school. In some cases, children leave school early to help their families with farming and household work. This makes it harder for them to get a good education and find better job opportunities in the future.
Electricity and the internet can also be a problem. In some villages, electricity is not available all the time. This makes it difficult to use modern technology like computers or mobile phones. The internet is slow or unavailable in many places, which means people have fewer opportunities to learn new things or connect with the world outside their village.
And let's not forget the unpredictable weather. Farmers depend on good weather for their crops, but sometimes too much rain or a long dry season can destroy their harvest. When crops fail, families struggle to earn money and buy food. This is why farming requires a lot of patience and hard work.
Even with these challenges, people in rural areas are strong and hardworking. They find ways to solve problems and support each other as a community.
Even with all the challenges, rural life remains special and beautiful. The connection with nature, the fresh air, and the peaceful surroundings make it a wonderful place to live. People in the countryside have a simple but meaningful life. They grow their own food, take care of animals, and enjoy strong relationships with their neighbors. There is a deep sense of happiness in living close to the land.
Yes, and rural life is changing in many ways. More villages now have better roads, schools, and healthcare facilities. Technology is also helping farmers. Some use modern tools to improve their crops, while others sell their farm products online. The internet is slowly reaching more rural areas, giving people better access to education and job opportunities.
And many young people are now interested in keeping rural traditions alive while also bringing new ideas. Some are starting small businesses, like making handmade crafts, organic farming, or ecotourism. Others are returning to their villages after studying in cities, using their knowledge to help improve rural life. This balance between tradition and progress makes the countryside a promising place for the future.
That's right. Many people in cities are also realizing the benefits of rural life. Some move to the countryside to escape the stress of urban living. Others visit villages for vacations, enjoying nature and learning about farming. This interest in rural life is helping local economies grow as more visitors support small businesses and farmers.
At the heart of it all, rural life teaches us the value of hard work, community, and living in harmony with nature. Whether in a village or a city, we can all learn something from the simple and peaceful way of life in the countryside. Thank you, dear listeners, for joining us on this journey through rural life. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. Goodbye and take care.